Evolution of landforms major. Multiple choice questions. 1. A scientist finds the bones of a dinosaur. What could help the scientist determine the approximate age of the dinosaur bones? A. The birds living in the area of the bones. B. The weather conditions in the area of the bones. C. The kinds of trees living in the area of the bones. Or D. The index fossils in the area of the bones. Number 2. Which best describes how ice cores are important to the study of geologic history? A. They show unconformities which signal changes in deposition. They hold index fossils which are used to date the different ice cores. C. They contain evidence showing changes in the atmospheric composition over time. Or D. They follow the law of superposition, which gives reasons for extinctions of species. Number 3. Scientists find dinosaur fossils in the bottom rock layers of a cliff and mammal fossils in the middle rock layer of the cliff. Which could best be concluded from this evidence? A. Dinosaurs ate plants. Dinosaurs were eaten by mammals. Dinosaurs lived on Earth before the mammals. Dinosaurs and mammals lived at the same time. Number 4. Which statement best describes the law of superposition? A. Each sedimentary layer of rock represents 1,000 years of the Earth's age, much like the rings of a tree. B. The undisturbed layers of sedimentary rock, the upper rock layers are older than the lower rock layers. C. In undisturbed layers of sedimentary rock, the lowest layers contain the older rock. D. Rocks that form near volcanoes are older than surrounding rock. Number 5. What do earthquakes tell scientists about the history of the planet? A. Earth's climate is constantly changing. B. The continents of Earth are continually moving. C. Dinosaurs became extinct about 65 million years ago. Or D. The oceans are much deeper today than millions of years ago. Number 6. How do scientists know that some mountains were once at the bottom of an ocean? A. Freshwater rivers flow to the ocean. B. Saltwater fish are found in some mountain streams. C. Dinosaur bones have been discovered in the mountains. Or D. Marine fossils have been found on the peaks of some mountains. Number 7. Which of the following is the best example of an index fossil? A. An animal's paw print. B. A trilobite fossil. C. A dinosaur bone. Or D. A fern print on a rock. Number 8. Using the diagram below, identify the relative ages of the rock by writing the correct letter on the correct line. Number 9. Using the diagram below, identify the relative ages of the rock by writing the correct letter on the correct line. Number 10. What is the age of an intrusion of igneous rock in relation to the sedimentary rock layers through which it passes? A. Sometimes younger, sometimes older. B. The same age as the other rock. C. Always older. D. Always younger. Number 11. Why is the fossil record incomplete? A. Most organisms never become fossils. B. Scientists don't like to work on it. C. There isn't enough amber. Or D. Most organisms have soft bodies. Number 12. Why do scientists drill out ice cores? A. To reconstruct the Earth's climate history. B. To date rock layers. C. To find fossils. D. To study amber. Number 13. Radioactive dating enables geologists to determine A. The age of atoms in a rock. B. The relative ages of rock. C. The absolute ages of rock. D, the half-life of a fossil. Number 14. The fossils of organisms that were widely distributed but only lived during a short period of time are called A, trace fossils, B, index fossils, C, carbon film fossils, D, petrified fossils. 15. Fossilized dinosaur eggs have been found in the third of 5 rock layers during a fossil dig. Based on the law of superposition, which best represents the age of the eggs? A, the eggs are older than all of the rock layers. B, the eggs are younger than all of the rock layers. C, the eggs are about the same age as the third rock layer. Or D, the eggs are about the same age as the 5th rock layer. Number 16. Which is used to find the relative age of a rock? A, composition of rock layers. B, position of rock layers. C, looking at the color. D, carbon dating or measuring radiation. 17. Scientists find dinosaur fossils in the bottom rock layer of a cliff and mammal fossils in the middle rock layer of a cliff. Which could best be concluded from this evidence? A, dinosaurs ate plants. B, dinosaurs were eaten by mammals. C, dinosaurs lived on the earth before mammals. Or D, dinosaurs and mammals lived at the same time. Number 18. Studies of snail fossils in Egypt indicate that areas of Egypt that are now desert were once thriving savannas approximately 130,000 years ago. What does the presence of these fossils indicate about the area of Egypt that was thriving 130,000 years ago? A, there was more humidity in the air. B, there were fewer nutrients in the soil. C, there was more snowfall in the region. Or D, there was less solar radiation in the region. Number 19. A sedimentary rock found in a hillside is identified as sandstone. Which can most likely be concluded about the hillside? A, the hillside was once a volcano. B, the region was once covered with water. C, there were no living organisms that ever lived near the hillside. Or D, heat and pressure inside the earth helped form the rock layer of the region. The rock layers of the region. Number 20. In which type of soil might you find the remains of an insect preserved with little or no change? A, trace fossil. B, replacement fossil. C, mold fossil. Or D, a fossil in amber. This is the end of the test.